Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hats Wednesday Whip, and you join me here on a very wintry day, but at least it's not raining or windy. I do hope that you survived Storm Dara. We did, there's a few things knocking around the garden, but everything else is fine, so that's great. Now, what have I been up to? Well, it's December, so now we can do Christmassy things, because I don't like doing two things far in advance, but except for very special things. So I've been doing Christmassy crackers. So first of all, I make this. Okay, so this is cotton, double knit cotton, and I've used a 3.5mm hook so that it's quite nice and tight and gives a tight fabric. You could even go tighter than that. You could also knit something like that. So I started from, where did I start? I started from there, so I did that. So I had a few rows of green and a few rows of red and then a few. So the main bit is a row of double and then a row of treble, so it gives a nice pattern. But you could just do all treble if you wanted, or just do all treble, or even half treble. And if you're knitting, you could just knit. So anyway, I've made a nice rectangle like that. And then, it's just like Blue Peter, here's one I did earlier. So I've used slip stitch to join it together. And look, it's looking more like a cracker, isn't it? That's great. And then I've been saving my toilet rolls because they're very useful. They're useful for planting beans and sweet peas, but they're also useful for making little crackers like that. So there's the seam there. So and then I could get a ribbon and tie it round there. But before I tie the thing in, I'm going to plop some chocolates in there, some Lindt chocolates. And then I might do a little leaf on the top. So there you go, some little Christmas crackers, which are easy to do. You could crochet them or you could knit them. And you can be as fancy or as plain as you like, but I think they're quite nice little things for a little thing. And then you can reuse them as well, so that is great. So the yarn I'm using, I found in my stash. It's Rico Essentials Cotton DK, so it's 100% cotton. And I think cotton, because it's got good stitch definition, I think it makes a nice yarn to make these kind of things here. So there we go. So that's me and my Christmas spirit. You might also notice that I'm wearing almost a Christmas jumper. I don't have a Christmas jumper in the true sense of the word, because I think a jumper is for the whole year, not just for Christmas. So, but this is the nearest thing I've got, and I'm rather pleased with it. So this is made from yarn that I bought when I went on holiday in Norway several years ago, and we went on a cycling holiday on the Arctic coast, which sounds a bit bizarre, but it was absolutely wonderful. We cycled from Tromsø to the Lofoten Islands, and the weather, it was in the middle of the summer, so the sun never set, and we saw the midnight sun. And in Tromsø there were two wool shops, one of which we went to, and they spoke English, which is good, but as they say, why would you want to learn Norwegian? It's very difficult. Anyway, I said, have you got a traditional pattern? So she came up with this one here. So that was there. And I bought the wool. I said, have you got a pattern in English? She says, no, but you can have there's a little cheat sheet here. So she gave me like words to translate. And I thought, right, okay. So I came back home and I started looking at it. Well, my goodness, I spent an awful long time on Google Translate. However, very pleased with the result. Lovely. As you might know, I do like a fair isle technique. So this is lovely. And it's just yummy, and it's nice for a day like today. We're going out for a walk. Mr. W and I are going out for a walk later today in a woodland. We're going to see some horses logging, but that's a different story altogether. Anyway, so this is my Christmas jumper. So I hope you are getting a bit Christmassy now. I shall allow you to do that, and perhaps doing some Christmas crafts, or perhaps just sort of sitting there and enjoying the sherry and mince pies. But whichever way you're doing it, I hope you'll join me next week when we get even more Christmassy. Bye for now.